Hey YouTube, how's it going? I know it's been a really long time since I made a video, but been busy. Got a lot to talk about. We're gonna do a fight review in a book recently. It's a Marvel book. Yeah, we've shipped this one out. Rascals 2, full color, big sticker. That was a nice campaign, Indiegogo campaign that we had going. We're using a new binding, which is just superb. And again, you know, we just always try to make Rascals, Kurt Spurgeon and I, my partner on Rascals, we always try to make this the highest quality book possible. So this one's done. I think we're gonna do the next campaign will probably be Kickstarter, and we're gonna do a different cover for book one. It'll be a Kickstarter version for book one. Okay. So let's talk comics that aren't my comics. So first of all, maybe a little update about me. When we started this, I was living in Tokyo, and right now I'm living in Western Canada. I've been here over 5 months without my family. I'm going kind of nutty. But a good thing is I got a lot of writing done. On the computer right now, I have Rascals 3, the second story for Rascals 3, which I've done 3 times, and now I just wasn't satisfied with it, and now I am. So probably give that to Kurt this week, and then the lettering for the first story. So that's Rascals. Really cool stuff coming. And I've just started working with an artist I met 20 years ago. I'll tell you the story some other time. His name's Aleksandar Soitorovski. He was introduced to me 20 years ago by Igor Corday, amazing artist, and we're actually going to be working on 2 books together. One is called New Age, and one is called The Barns. And I can't really reveal much, but Alexander's going to be sending me sketches, and we're just going to start leaking out the information. And I just know it's going to be really cool. So lots of writing, lots of projects coming. So for comics and kind of looking at writing and reviews and stuff, one series, I get to buy comics now after about 10 years of being in Japan. Blister Comics, great comic shop. The comics are way more expensive, so it's nice to go in and, you know, find comics. Lately, I've just been dying over anything AWA. This is my most recent pickup. Actually, that's not true. Chariot 2 is my most recent pickup. And I have notes about these, but this one definitely mature definitely mature readers. But I just have to say, there's a joke on page 6, panel 2, and this is Marjorie Finnegan, temporal criminal. It's ludicrous. It's so fun. But yeah, page 6, panel 2, there's a joke that had me laughing, and I was reading this at the train station, so I kind of look crazy. Thank you, Garth Anderson and crew, and AWA. So finding the books, you know, Chariot is another thing that we should talk about at some point. This book is a book that is, a lot of people would call it style over substance. And what I say about this book is that it actually just gives the art time to breathe. They really respect each other. Brian Edward Hill and Priscilla, and I'm not even going to ruin her name. But yeah, this always AWA. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Another one, Khary Andrews' new series, Erratic. This 15-year-old boy can only use his powers 10 minutes at a time. Absolutely crazy, fantastic, out there artwork in this. The story, you know, it is what it is. I did Ray Gun. Check it out, Arcana Comics. But this is done really well. He gets the relationships between the kids right. I like how he's playing the mother character. And this is Khary Andrews, so writer-artist here. And then he's got Brian Ribber, I think, Reber, helping him. Colors, probably. So the writing thing I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of like a kudos, is actually I found these the Wolverine Black, White, and Blood series. It's just like the Batman Black and White thing. You know, they get all of these teams coming together and doing Black, White, and Red Wolverine stories. And Kelly Thompson, who's a name everybody knows, right? She wrote the first story in issue 4. And the artist is Khary Randolph, who also did this cover anyway. But I wanted to point this out because when things are done what I consider really, really nicely, I like to point them out because there's so much negativity right now that you get in YouTube or people talking about books. It's like people, you know, it's too easy to complain. And lately there's just too much, if you ask me. Okay. And if you know me, if you know this channel, my Twitter, even my books, generally, you know, I try to tell a good story and just be non-confrontational or overly negative. Anyway, kudos to Kelly Thompson for actually writing a really good fight scene. It's Mystique and Wolverine, and I can't show too much, obviously, because I don't want to spoil it. But there's this sequence, and I would love to pick her brain about, did she lay out this in full script? Was this, you know, hey, page whatever, there's 5 panels, panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, because it's really well choreographed. And, you know, the art really helps too, because the artist did something really cool with the Wolverine imagery here. The Wolverine imagery, I've seen a lot of those poses before, and they build up together so nicely. You know, it's just really a thing of beauty, how it flows. They don't just exchange 2 punches so that they can exchange dialogue. There's very little dialogue because in a fight, you know, it's comic books, I like it, talking and stuff, but especially with these 2 characters, they're just going to try to kill each other. If they're going to fight, they're going to try to gut each other. So well done. I wish more stuff was done like this. Big punctuation point. Classic Wolverine downward rip. So yeah, well done. I've recently finished writing in New Age in Europe. If it's published in Europe, New Age, we're going to do like 50 something page books. And then if it isn't, then here, if we can publish it, we'll do it kind of the Western style. So yeah, but in New Age, I just wrote a whole part that used all of what I know about like Okinawa and karate and how they mix together. So we trained karate, my son and I, in Japan for a bunch of years. And, you know, I always go off on these tangents. It could be Tesla, it could be, you know, painting miniatures, whatever. I always go off. So I'm into karate. So when we went to Okinawa, I made sure we went to the Karate Kaiken, which is the Karate Historical Museum in Okinawa. You can trace the lineage of every master. They have great interactions. It's really, really, really cool. If you go to Okinawa, Karate Kaiken, it's really cool, Karate Museum. So I learned the history of karate as well as practicing it. So here nor there, it's years later. In New Age, I just wrote what is essentially about a 15-page fight scene in Okinawa in the future in this crazy, you know, it's basically Cyborg against Demon Lizard, but it's one of them is true to karate, and it's something that I was really in my mind when I read this, and while I read other things. And usually nowadays with fight scenes, what I see is people just, you know, they're not really as invested in the fight as getting over the fight so that they can get into some other conflict. I get it. But I like my superhero comics, you know, people punching each other through the walls and great action. So well done, AWA. Remember, Rascals is going to be out again soon. And yeah, thank you very much. Take it easy, guys.